So today we're going to be doing a follow-up to a video I did a while ago. It was a viewer requested video, and basically they were wanting to know some fragrances that represent my favorite fragrance notes. So what we have today is 10 fragrances representing 5 of my fragrance notes. So the reason why we have 10 is because we have one designer and one niche fragrance for each note that we cover. And this was the format that I did in my last video, and you guys seem to like it. Hopefully it can be somewhat insightful for you to give you some ideas of kind of what notes I like, and then on top of that, what fragrances I gravitate towards within each of those notes. So if you guys like videos like this, make sure you get subscribed to the channel down below. Also, go give me a follow on Instagram. I really do appreciate it, and it's a way you can keep up with me over there, or send me a message if you have any questions or anything. And also don't forget that all the fragrances that we talk about today will be linked down below in the description. If you want to check any of these out or pick any of these up, you guys know what to do. Hit those links down there. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get into it. So first up, we have the note of incense. Yes, I love incense and fragrances. I just love that sexy, smoky vibe that it gives off. Some people can say, depending on the use, that it can make the fragrance smell a bit old, a bit like a church or something, or whatever. It kind of can give kind of an older school smoky smell depending on how it's used and what it's used with. And I can agree there. I can see the comparisons sometimes, but for me, I look past that. I just love the note. I love how it wears on my skin, and I just love the fragrances that it is used in. Today we have one from Bentley. It's Bentley For Men Intense. This is on the designer side. This is about a $30 fragrance, and it's honestly one of the best bang for your buck scents that you can get. And of course, on the niche side, we have Nasomatto Black Afgano. This one is a nice incense oud cannabis fragrance. Such a heavy, resinous, sweet fragrance with a bit of a green touch. Also kind of just a bit of an herbal touch too. It's kind of a little bit of a fresh pop in there as well. Both of these are fantastic. I mean, I can't recommend these enough. If you like smoky incense, give these a shot. Following that, we have the note of grapefruit. So I wanted to throw in a citrus because I haven't done that note yet. The last video was all primarily heavier notes for the fall and winter, which is what we're kind of in and what I'm gravitating towards. And this video is mostly going to be leaning for those heavier notes as well, but wanted to throw in a citrus for any of you guys that may be curious. And of course, that is grapefruit. On the designer side, we have Dior Homme Cologne. This nice grapefruit blossom in this fragrance, of course. You also have bergamot and musk. Those are the 3 main notes listed. Pretty simplistic, but it is a simplistic fragrance. One of my personal favorites for summertime. It works in the incredibly high heat, and it works for just anything in the summer. Super casual, super easy to wear. It's a great one. And of course, on the niche side of things, we have Roja Parfums Elysium. One of my personal favorites from the house, and one that really made me fall in love with the brand and wanted to get me into discovering more of them. Of course, this one has a huge amount of other notes. It's got lemon as well, with the grapefruit obviously, and then black currant, and I believe some bergamot as well, and then of course a nice prominent vetiver note, and the list goes on. There's a lot of notes in Elysium. I think especially in the Parfum Cologne, or maybe it's the Parfum that has more notes, but there's a lot in here. But for me, the star of the show in the opening is that grapefruit note, along with the black currant, and of course a nice vetiver that comes through too. Beautiful, beautiful scent, incredibly high quality. It's one of my favorites for a reason. Up next here, we have the note of tobacco. We have Mugler Pure Havane on the designer side. Then of course we have Mancera Red Tobacco on the niche side. So the Mugler, this is a really great bang for your buck tobacco honey scent. It's a really heavy, rich, kind of sweet scent that's not going to be for everyone, but for those of you who know your taste and you know what you like, this would be a fantastic pickup if you can get it in stock on discounters. And of course, Mancera Red Tobacco, a super strong, super long-lasting tobacco-based fragrance. I mean, it has that Mancera signature kind of oud in here as well, but it's not too strong. And it also just has that Mancera smell, and that's kind of coming from the typical oud that they use in a lot of their scents. Beautiful scent. I love red tobacco, and this one you can pick up relatively affordable online for a niche fragrance as well. So up next we have the note of vetiver. Now I could have chose a number of things here. There's a lot of great vetiver fragrances out there, both niche and designer, but here's what I went with. On the designer side, we have Dior Sauvage Parfum. Sorry, kind of had a name block there. On the niche side, we had Roja Parfums Vetiver. Simply one of my favorite vetivers on the niche side, and this Dior, one of my favorites on the designer side. You know, I could have gone with something like Tom Ford Grey Vetiver, right? That's a very, very clean, soapy vetiver scent. But I find that Tom Ford Grey Vetiver and Roja Parfums Vetiver is pretty similar just in terms of kind of their composition and the type of vetiver used. Both very clean, soapy office scents, very versatile as well. But what I like about the Dior is it's got a bit of this roughness to it, like this rugged type of smell to it. Of course, you know, it is still a kind of clean scent, but it's just got this masculine kind of older school smelling, rugged edge to it that makes it sexy, and it also kind of makes it smell really expensive. Like, this is a high-end smelling scent and you're not paying a niche price for this one. And of course, on the niche side, we have Roja Parfums Vetiver. I love it in the Parfum Cologne because it's sparkling and bright. I also have it in the Parfum. It's a bit more dense and heavy there, just like you would expect between the two concentrations across the board. More sparkling and bright and kind of effervescent here in the Parfum Cologne. I think it's a fantastic scent. The bottle is beautiful. I love that green gradient color. It looks incredible. It looks like spring because it smells like spring. It can be worn all year round because it's very versatile, and vetiver is a very versatile note. But for me, if I'm thinking of a season that I think this one's best for, it's going to be springtime. Beautiful scent, great quality, great performance. Roja Parfums Vetiver. And the last note we're going to be talking about today is myrrh. I love myrrh in fragrances. There's something about it, just that warming, sweet smell that it has. And my fall and winter fragrances, I can't get enough of it. On the designer side, we have Pure Excess Night by Paco Rabanne. This one's got myrrh, obviously, along with this nice cumin note and some other sweetness in here. It's more on the balsamic heavy side. It's got that spicy kick, but it's one of my personal favorites from Paco Rabanne. On the niche side, we have Parfums de Marly Habdan. This has apple and myrrh. This one reminds me very much of fall time. Like, it is a fall smelling scent. Just reminds me of apple orchards and being outdoors in the fall and all that fun stuff. It's got caramel in here as well. Beautiful, beautiful scent. I love both of these, and both of these utilize myrrh to an extent which I really enjoy. So guys, that's gonna do it for me. That was 5 of my fragrance notes represented by 10 fragrances. Hopefully you guys liked this one. Hopefully it gave you some insight into some of these notes and fragrances. And if you want to check out any of these fragrances down below, remember, they will be linked down there. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you tomorrow with another one. Take care.